share what 60 years means and what 60 years becomes a foundation for. It became my privilege to think about what it is that we were going to do. And we agreed that we would look for the words that come from the past that will help us go to the future. So tonight is my privilege to tell a story that are the words of Efua Sutherland. The story itself is 60 years old in the way that you will hear it tonight. We pray, David and I, that we will be bearers of the story that she put in these words. And as you see in your programs, I do want to also just honor that the first time this story was debuted here at Northwestern, it was within this building that it was first rehearsed. And it was for a program of African Studies celebration in collaboration with the Department of Performance Studies. And I'm really, really thrilled to see Akbar Birmani, who was the Associate Director at the time, who challenged us to put this performance together. I am also very thrilled to have Mwalimu Sandra Richards, because she's the one who tried to challenge me too. I was really inspired by Zora Neale Hurston to look for the other Zora Neale Hurstons. And Efua Sutherland, I do hope you will go and look for this story, because Efua Sutherland was doing what Zora Neale Hurston was doing in a different space, in a different time. The story itself may be 60 years in the way Efua Sutherland told it, but it is an old story. It is also a story for today. New life at Chera Paso. Shall we say that the maid of Chera Paso, Forua, daughter of the Queen Mother, was as a young deer? Such was she, with head held high, eyes soft and wide like a deer. And she was light of foot, light in all her walking, stepping springingly along the water path, like a deer that has strayed from the thicket, springingly stepping from the water path. She was a sight to give the eye a feast, and none passed her by but turned to look at her again. Those of her village said that her voice in speech was like the murmur of a river, quietly flowing through shadow of bamboo leaves. They said that her smile would sometimes blossom like a lily on her lips, and sometimes rise. Butterflies do not fly away from the flowers. What do? What do? They draw near. Forua was the flower of her village. So, shall we put it this way, shall we say that the village butterflies, the men, tried to draw near at every path, turn, crossed and crossed her path. Men said of her, she will be my wife, mine, mine. Suns rose and set, moon silvered and died. And as the days passed, Forua grew more lovesome, and yet she became no one's wife. She waved her hands at the butterflies as she went swiftly about her work. Morning, Kweku. Morning, Kojo. Morning, Kwako. But that was all. And so the men would say, even as their hearts thumped for her, proud. Forua is proud, and very strange. And so when the men gathered to gossip, they would say, there goes a strange girl. She's not just stiff in the neck, proud. Not just breast stuck out. I'm the only girl in the village, proud. What kind of pride is hers? The end of the year came round again, beginning with it, the season of festivals. For the gathering in of corn, yam, and cocoa, they were harvest celebrations. They were bride meetings too. And so came the time when the Asafo company should hold its festival. The village was full of manly sounds, loud musketry, and swelling choruses. Ran the cry. To the manly men of old, they crouched like leopards upon the branches. Before the drums beat, beware, before the danger drums beat, beware, before the horns mourn, beware, before the wailing horns mourn, beware, they were leopards upon the branches. They sprang, they sprang, they sprang upon the enemy. But now, blood no more. No more thundershot on thundershot. But still, we are leopards upon the branches. We are they who roar and cannot be answered back. Beware. We are they who cannot be answered back. There was excitement outside the Queen Mother's house. As the Asafo leader started to go towards them, the pathfinding, path-clearing ceremony had come towards an end, and the Asafo company marched towards the Queen Mother's house. The women prancing around them, dancing around them, spreading their cloth on the way. The Asafo leader called everybody to silence. Gently, gently. Here comes the Queen Mother. Lightly, lightly. Walks some mother queen. Gently, gently. Here comes the Queen Mother. Lightly, lightly. Walks the mother queen. Gently, gently. Gently, gently. Here comes the Queen Mother. Shower her with silver. Spread skins of the gentle sheep on her way. Shower her with silver. Shower her with silver. Oh, what a stingy bunch this is. Shower her with silver. For she is nice. And the Queen Mother stood tall, beautiful, before the men. What news? What news do you bring? She quietly asked. We come with dusty brows of our path-finding mother. We come with tired-sore, pricked feet to bathe in the coolness of your peaceful stream, to offer manliness to new life. And the Queen Mother just stood there, tall, beautiful, but quiet. One by one, the men make their guns at her feet. Then she said, "It is good. The gun is laid aside. The gun's rage is silenced in the stream. Let your manliness from now on be your minds and the work of your hands. Come, maidens, women, all, join the men in dance, for they now offer themselves to new life.